Hello everybody, my name is Jordan from Primary ICT Support. Today I'm going to be making another quick video tutorial talking everybody through the basic information element on primary CMS. Now the basic information element in a nutshell is just something that allows you to add content, whether that's text, images, links, pretty much just the general content that you would see on a page. What I'm going to be showing you is how to make all this content look nice, how to use quite a lot of the tools that you can do within this element, and overall it should help you add the content to your website and make it look the way that you'd like. If you do have any further issues or questions by the end of this video, please do make a ticket and we will get back to you as quick as possible. So to start, what I'd like to do is head over to Primary CMS, log in with my user information so that I'm at a dashboard like this. Once I'm here, I'd like to head over or make a page that I'd like to add content to. I've already got a test page made here, as you can see. I'm just going to click the green little pencil that allows me to edit. And now that I'm here, if I take a look down at the bottom right, I'll be able to see add content. Under there is my basic information element along with many others, but today we're just going to be jumping into the basic information. So I'm going to click this. Now that I've clicked it, on my left hand side I'll be able to see that I have this text box and quite a lot of tools up here on the bar. To start, I'm just going to try and talk through as many of these tools as I can. So if we take a look over at the toolbar, we're going to start at the source. Now this would very rarely be used by yourself. This is mostly for a developer like myself who would need to come and edit your website for you if you needed the assistance. But if you are familiar with HTML, which is a coding language used for front end of websites, then you'll be able to use this. Simply click it and you'll be able to see that everything else has been grayed out, and within here you'll be able to write some code. I'm going to write some example code and show you how this works. Okay, so I've written up some code. I'm ready to see this on the page, so I'm just going to go ahead and click the source button again, and you can see that it has transformed from code into a link, which is exactly what I wanted. Moving on, we're going to head over to the toolbar again, and you'll be able to see a couple of these clipboards. So we've got the paste is plain text. This is for if you've ever copied content from another website which includes some links and you don't want those links to be included, you can just use this instead of using Ctrl+V or the normal paste. And then on the end we have paste from Word. Now this is for Word documents. Any content that you've written up on a Word document, you can just paste it right from there and that should work. Moving on to the right, we'll be able to see our undo and redo, so that you can go back and forth between changes. If you mess something up or if you accidentally made a mistake, these are really great for that. Moving on, we have the link. This is so that you can add a hyperlink to either some images or text. I'm going to show you an example for this on how this works. So I've just written out some plain text. What I'd like to do is highlight it and then go back up to this link that we were just discussing. Upon clicking it, I'll see this pop up with quite a lot of options. We've got our display text up here, which is just the text that we'd like the link to say. I'm not going to change this, but if you'd like to, you know how to do so now. Down here in the box that we're first prompted with is the URL that we would like this link to go to. I'm going to use Google as an example, but I'm also going to show you the other options that we get here. So up at the top, one of these tabs, you'll be able to see target. Let's just go ahead and click this. Now here we have a drop down. Upon clicking this right here, you'll be given a few options. You'll be given the option frame, pop-up window, new window, topmost window, same window, and parent window. Now if I was to keep it simple, if you wanted this link to open up in a new tab so that they don't leave your website, you just like to click the new window. 9 out of 10 times this is the only one that's ever used, and I do strongly believe that this is the only one that you'll end up using. Now when it comes to adding a link to some text, these are the only two tabs that I would be using. Once you've done with all your changes, just click the green OK button down at the bottom, and now you'll be able to see that the link has been added to our text. Okay, so moving on, we see this grayed out one next to the link. Again, if I was to highlight a link this time, I'd be able to see that it's no longer grey, and then we can remove the hyperlink that we just added. It's as simple as clicking it, and any settings that you've done will be removed. You can see that this has worked. Moving on up to the top again, we have the picture icon. Now, as you probably guessed, this is to add images into your page. To use this, just make sure that you click on wherever you want this image to be. You can move down a few lines like such, and then go back up at the top and click the image icon. Now, what we'd like to do is click the upload tab at the top, select the file from your computer. Once you've selected it, click the send it to the server button. This will upload the image. It may take some time dependent on the file size, but once it's uploaded, what you'd like to do is just to click the OK green button in the bottom right. Now, if you did select the file from your computer, I didn't, as I don't really have an example image, the image should now display on the page. Over to the toolbar again, next to the picture we have tables. Now, tables are really good if you'd like to make some columns and rows to lay out your text, images and general content on the page. To use this, again, click it. We'll be prompted with yet another pop-up which gives us some more options. We can choose the amount of rows that we'd like within the table. We can then choose the amount of columns that we'd like, the border size, headers. All of this is down to personal preference. We also have a caption and a summary down at the bottom. It's best to leave this blank as you most likely will be including content into the tables anyways. Once you've made changes to these options, just click the OK green button down at the bottom. And now you can see that a table has been included. So if I wanted to move a little bit of my content within this table, just so that it's nicely laid out, I'm going to show you how to do so now. Just highlight it, for example this link at the top, click these scissors to cut it, click within one of the rows and columns, and then click the pasting option which I showed you at the start of the video. Now you can see that the link is within my table. Let's say I wanted some content to the right of it, but one row down. So I've typed in some text on the right of my table. I'll be able to see that it's actually quite long and it has squished down the left hand side. If you'd like to change the width of these, if you hover over, you'll be able to see that your cursor actually turns into some little arrows with a line in the middle. Just click this, hold it and drag at the same time. When you're ready to let go, just do so. And it's that easy. Now there's more width on the left and there's less width on the right, which makes things just look a little bit cleaner. Now that we have some text, I'm ready to show you the text options. So moving back up to the toolbar, I'm just going to go through these really quickly for you all. We have the option to make our text bold. We have the option to make our text italic. We have the option to underline our text. We have the option to put a strike through our text. We have 3 options to align it to the left, to the center and to the right. We have an option to put everything in a numbered ordered list. We have the option to put things in a bullet point. We also have the option to change the font of the text, the size of the text, the color of the text, the background color of the text. We can remove any formatting from the text. This pretty much means any color that's set to it, any font that's set to it, any font size that is set to it, it will pretty much just turn it back to the default. And then last but not least, we have the spell checker, just if you'd like to see that everything is up to match. So real quick, I'm just going to play around with a few of these and you'll be able to see the changes that I've made. To make changes, just highlight the text and then select the option on the toolbar that you'd like to use. Okay, so I've made some changes to my content. I've changed quite a lot of the text. I changed some text colors, made a few things bold, used the bullet points and aligned things, and then on top of that I also played around with my table which I showed you earlier in this video. Now overall there is a lot that you can do here. It's just all a matter of what you'd like to see on your page and what content you're planning to add. I hope that this tutorial has helped with some of the options that you have. If it hasn't and you still have questions or issues, please, like I said, make a ticket using the contact information that you found throughout this video and we will be right with you to assist. Thank you for watching.